World's Top 10's presents Top 10 researchers who experimented on themselves. Number 10 is Jonas Salk, known universally for his 1952 breakthrough in polio vaccination. Released to the public in 1955, Salk was a truly altruistic researcher who genuinely worked toward the betterment of mankind. After successful inoculations with monkeys, Salk tested his polio vaccine on himself, his wife, and even his children. Number 9 is Elie Metchnikoff. Elie Metchnikoff. This Russian physiologist led a remarkably melancholy life, attempting suicide by taking a large dose of opium after his first wife died. When he remarried, his new wife fell ill and survived, but the convalescence took its toll on Metchnikoff and he attempted again. In order to save their public image, he did it this time under the guise of a medical experiment, injecting himself with a relapsing fever inoculation to test its transmission through blood. Number 8 is Carl Wilhelm Scheele. Scheele, a German chemist, missed out on a claim to fame when his own discovery of oxygen and nitrogen were overshadowed by Joseph Priestley, the more widely known English chemist who was able to publish his findings more quickly. Known for routinely tasting the chemicals he worked with, Scheele died at 43 with symptoms that had an uncanny resemblance to mercury poisoning. Number 7 is Albert Hoffman, a Swiss chemist. Hoffman was the first to synthesize LSD in 1943, originally intending the substance to be an analeptic. After accidentally ingesting LSD through his fingertips, he then took it intentionally and recorded the effects. This prompted a change in his career. Number 6 is Kevin Warwick, a specialist in artificial intelligence and robotics. This UK scientist made history when he installed electrodes in his nervous system, finding that a remote robot arm responded to the signals sent to the electrodes by imitating the movement of his arm. Number 5 is Werner Forssman. This German doctor was awarded the 1956 Nobel Prize for Physiology or Medicine for his guerrilla research in the field of heart catheterization, a firebrand in the medical field. Forssman inserted a catheter into his own vein until it reached the right atrium of his heart. Catheter in place, he then walked up one floor to take an X-ray of his heart and prove the success of his self-catheterization. Number 4 is William J. Harrington. Harrington, who specialized in autoimmune disorders, especially those originating in blood, performed much research involving patients with idiopathic thrombocytopenia purpura, a blood disease, to determine whether the disease was transmitted by blood or if the disease came from the bone marrow. He injected blood from one of his infected patients into his own bloodstream. Number 3 is Daniel Alcides. Carrion, a medical student studying an epidemic in Peru known as Oroya fever. Carrion took matters into his own hands in a relatively grotesque way by having a friend draw blood from the wart of a 14-year-old suffering from the fever and subsequently inject it into his own bloodstream. Number 2 is Santorio Santorio. This Italian physician spearheaded the understanding of metabolism by measuring his own changes in body weight throughout the day's various metabolic phases, such as eating and sleeping. He is known for his meticulous measurements of his urine and feces, which he compared to his dietary intake. Number 1 is Joseph Goldberger, a Hungarian-born immigrant to New York City. Goldberger specialized in diseases that commonly afflicted the poor. His best-known discovery, that pellagra, an illness most common in the southern United States, was due to dietary deficiencies and was indeed not contagious.